The Continental Congress adopted the Stars and Stripes as a pattern for our country's flag 222 years ago. The first observance of Flag Day was held in 1877. President Harry Truman signed legislation making Flag Day a day of national observance in 1949. Now, 50 years later, I wonder what this colored bit of cloth means to Americans. To me, our flag is many things, but mostly it's our shadow and our promise. Enshrined in the red, white, and blue is the very struggle of America. The struggle of a people who carved history while trying desperately to hold on to a handful of fundamental principles. The most important being that all men are created equal, that all men have a right to worship as their conscience says, and that all men have the right to dare to dream. In the wind-rippling folds and furls of the Star-Spangled Banner, I hear a brash young nation in 1812 turning a British barroom drinking ditty into its national anthem. I hear the cheers of the Union troops in 1862 as the 60-year-old Stephen Driver cuts open his mattress and removes Old Glory from its hiding place and raises it to the top of Nashville's courthouse. There are the cries of the GIs struggling beside the Pima Indian Ira Hayes as he valiantly raises the Stars and Stripes on the shell-shuddering sands of Iwo Jima. The thundering cannons of 2 world wars and scores of other wars echo in this bit of cloth. I hear and pause at the weeping pride of families in pain, privately burying our patriots. I also hear the steady drone of the spirit of St. Louis as Lucky Lindy lifts off to conquer the oceans as he dares for Paris. I listen to the clanking of an Illinois farm boy, Henry Ford, mobilizing America with a Model T and the bark of Baltimore's slum-born Babe Ruth's bat as he slams in number 714 at Forbes Field. I can hear the midnight clacking of Louis L'Amour's typewriter recanting the West and the smooth sliding trombones of the big band era as Glenn Miller brings in swing. I hear Woody Guthrie's "So Long, It's Been Good to Know You," kindly letting the displaced of the Dust Bowl know that they were still a people. I hear a Harpo Marx-hatted Bob Dylan chanting that the times are a-changin' to the flower children of the 60s. I hear a weary Rosa Parks refusing to give up her bus seat in Montgomery, Alabama. I also hear the clatter of a workman's tools as he prepares for his day's labor. He belongs to this piece of cloth that waves free in the wind. There's the clatter of the pots and pans of the homemaker as she raises her children in a land unbridled in opportunity. I also hear the fear of Littleton, Colorado. I hear, too, a confused Congress, unwilling to commit their consciences, and at the same time wondering where that fistful of original fundamental principles went that whispered in the ears of Americans for so many years. In short, my friends, the flag is in our keeping. We can ennoble it, or we can disgrace it. We are its only purpose. It can symbolize all that is good in man, or be reduced to a worthless scrap of cloth with no real meaning whatsoever. Its destiny today lays in the hands of its people, as it always has throughout history. Our flag sees no color. It belongs to the carpenter as much as it belongs to the politician. The poor have as much right to it as the wealthy. It's our flag, a piece of cloth, a shadow of a people moving beneath its grace.